welcome to my YouTube channel. So this is a series of videos created for people who are interested in Burmese and linguistics. So I name it Burmese, a linguistic introduction. So in this very first video, I'm going to introduce to whom these videos are created for and what you should expect and not expect from this series of videos. So it's created for people who are interested in linguistics, especially interested in syntax and historic linguistics. And it's also great for language learners who want to learn some beginner level Burmese. You should expect to see, well, to learn how to speak Burmese in a beginner level, and also, more importantly, how to analyze Burmese grammar in a professional linguistic view. And this is the initial motivation for me to create this series of videos. So, and you should expect to see some comparisons, I would say basically syntactic comparisons between Burmese and other languages. I need to point out that these languages don't necessarily need to be genetically related to Burmese, and basically I will focus on a synchronic view, not historically, okay? And you should not expect to learn advanced spoken Burmese because I'm not a native speaker, and I'm also learning Burmese. So don't expect to learn advanced spoken Burmese, and don't expect to learn how to write Burmese script. So I will basically use IPAs or romanizations to transcribe Burmese in these videos, and don't expect too much of historic linguistics, which I'm not expertise on these topics in Tibetan historic linguistics, and don't expect to learn literary Burmese because spoken Burmese and literary Burmese kind of very different. So tips for watching the video. So in starting from the second video, I will first spend the first part introducing some language knowledge, namely how to speak modern colloquial Burmese, and which will be followed by some linguistic analysis, which I will focus mainly on syntax. And yeah, I haven't mentioned that we will use a romanization system following the textbook. Okay, regarding the textbook, I will mainly use this one because this is one that I am currently using in a university, and if you want to learn Burmese script, you can follow this website, which is basically a standard reference in learning Burmese script. And I will also recommend you using these two books. This is a textbook, and this is reference grammar. So my introduction to Burmese and some grammatical analysis may also come from these two books. So let me just simply introduce some characteristics of the different textbooks that you might want to pay attention to. So for this book, it's kind of old. It's created in 1990, so the recordings of this book's not that clear. You could download the recordings online. If you wanted the PDF version, I can also share with you. So this textbook, as I've mentioned, is quite old. I think a more modern reference would be this one. It is one of the series of the Routledge colloquial language series. So the good thing about this one is the transcriptions are in IPA. So if you want to learn Burmese for linguistic purposes, I think this is a very good reference. And in the same series, there are also Cantonese, Mandarin Chinese, and Tibetan. So if you want to learn some Sino-Tibetan languages, I think these series of colloquial languages are really what you should look for. And this is a reference grammar of colloquial Burmese, which I think is the most professional reference I'm currently known of Burmese. The good thing about this book, if you like to call it textbook, this is also okay, but it's for advanced learners of Burmese. because this grammar book provides detailed and professional linguistic glossaries, namely IGT glossaries of each grammar. So I think if you are moving to a advanced learner level, if you want to learn some details about Burmese grammar, this book is really a very good reference. Okay, these are the textbooks. So let me first give some essential language background of Burmese before we get started to learn colloquial Burmese. So, as you know, it is in the Sino-Tibetan family and a little Burmese branch. And the second point might be kind of surprising to some of you. It is the largest non-Semitic language in the Sino-Tibetan family. It means you all know that Chinese languages or Semitic languages are one of the most widely used languages in the world, and it's undoubtedly had the most native speakers in the Sino-Tibetan family. And the second largest family would be Tibetan, would be the Burmese languages. Nowadays, there are around 50 million people who use Burmese. Sorry, not Burmese languages. Only refers to Burmese as their first or second language. And the earliest written record dates back to the 12th century, during the beginning of the Pagan dynasty. And from the very beginning, when Burmese language occupied that region, namely became the Koine of Irrawaddy River, Burmese was in contact with some local languages like Pyu and Hmong. So Pyu is a old Burmese language in Sino-Tibetan family, and Hmong is a non-Sino-Tibetan language in the Austroasiatic family. And just about 1 century ago, Burman people or Burmese language became the main official language of that region of modern Burma. So let's see some pictures. So this is the Mezati inscription in the 12th century. It includes parallel text in Bali, Pyu, Hmong, and Burmese. This is the earliest record of Burmese, or also referred to as Old Burmese. And this is a genetic tree to show you where Burmese is located at in the Sino-Tibetan family. So it is in the Tibetan branch, and is here Little Burmese languages. So Burmese, or more broadly, Burmese languages are spoken in nowadays Southwest China, Burma, Thailand, and Laos and Vietnam. So, this is a picture of Burmese languages in China. I just want to use this picture to give a notation of the second point we mentioned previously, that Burmese is the second largest non-Sinitic language in the Sino-Tibetan family. So you can see, actually, Burmese languages are not, they are geographically distributed in large areas in China, as you could see in Yunnan province, in some areas of Tibet, but they are never the Koine in the area where they are spoken, so they are in contact with Sinitic languages as well as other Sino-Tibetan languages. So actually, Burmese languages in China are not that widespread. There are only 6 Burmese languages in southwest China, spoken by around 90,000 people. Okay, lastly, if you want to know some professional knowledge about historical phonology of Burmese, I think this book is you should read, and you should also refer to Professor Nathan Hill's YouTube channel following this link. So in my following videos, I will basically not talk about historical phonology, which I don't know too much about. I will focus on the syntax and language knowledge of Burmese. Okay, see you in the next video where we get started to learn some colloquial Burmese